You go to the kitchen to grab a glass of water, and there they are, weaving between your ankles. You head to the home office to check an email, and before you can even pull out your chair, a furry shadow has already claimed the rug. You even try to sneak into the bathroom for 30 seconds of privacy, but as soon as the door clicks shut, you see those tiny paws sliding underneath the crack, accompanied by a frantic meow that sounds like you've just abandoned them on a deserted island. If you have ever felt like you are being hunted by a very small, very cute, and very persistent private investigator, you aren't alone. Why on earth does your cat follow you into every single room? We've been told for decades that cats are aloof, independent, and don't really care what humans do, but your reality tells a completely different story. The truth is that your cat's constant shadowing isn't just about them wanting a snack or being clingy. It is rooted in a deep mix of survival instincts, complex social structures, and a level of emotional attachment that most people completely underestimate. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the surprising science and psychology behind why your cat won't let you out of their sight. And some of these reasons are going to change the way you look at your feline friend forever. To understand why your cat is acting like your personal bodyguard, we have to look at the world through their eyes. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. This means they are biologically hardwired to be incredibly observant of their environment. In a domestic setting, you are the most important element of that environment. You are the source of food, the source of safety, and the source of entertainment. When you move from the living room to the bedroom, you are changing the dynamic of the territory. Your cat follows you because they need to be in the loop. They want to know if you've discovered a new resource, if you're heading toward a potential threat, or if you're about to do something interesting. To a cat, a closed door isn't just a barrier, it's a security breach. They feel a physical need to know what is happening on the other side of that door, especially if their favorite human is involved. They aren't just being nosy, they are performing a safety check, but it goes much deeper than just curiosity. One of the biggest reasons your cat follows you is a concept called allorubbing and social bonding. In the wild, cats that live in colonies don't just ignore each other. They spend a significant amount of time engaging in shared activities to maintain a group scent and a sense of belonging. When your cat follows you, they are essentially saying that you are a member of their colony. By staying close to you, they are reinforcing the social bond that keeps the group together. They might rub against your legs as you walk, which is their way of tagging you with their scent, so that everyone knows you belong to them. They are literally walking the perimeter of their territory with you. In their mind, you are a team. If the leader of the team is moving, the rest of the team should move too. It's a sign of deep social integration and a high level of trust. Wait, did I say leader? That's another fascinating layer. Many behaviorists believe that cats view their humans as a sort of super cat or a parental figure. Because we provide for their every need, they often remain in a state of perpetual kittenhood. If you watch a mother cat with her kittens, they follow her everywhere. They learn how to hunt by watching her. They learn which areas are safe by following her lead, and they seek her out for comfort and warmth. When your cat follows you into the kitchen, they might be tapping into that primal instinct. They see you as the provider and the navigator of their world. They are looking to you for cues on how to behave and what to expect next. If you are calm and moving purposefully, they feel safe following in your wake. It's a beautiful, if slightly intense, display of their reliance on you as their primary protector. Now, let's talk about the bathroom. Why is the bathroom the ultimate destination for a stalking cat? It's arguably the most confusing behavior they exhibit. You are in there doing things that involve water, which most cats usually hate, and yet they insist on being part of the process. There are a few theories here. First, the bathroom is a place where you are a captive audience. Usually, when you are in the bathroom, you are stationary for a few minutes. You aren't walking around doing chores or staring at a computer screen. Your cat has learned that this is a prime time to get your undivided attention. They know you're not going anywhere, so they seize the opportunity for some head scratches or a little conversation. Secondly, the bathroom often has interesting smells and textures: cool tile floors, damp towels, and running water. To a cat, the bathroom is like a high-sensory playground, and they want to experience it with you. There is also the element of territorial patrolling. Cats are very routine-oriented animals. They like to have a schedule, and they like to know that their territory is secure. If you have a habit of going into certain rooms at certain times, your cat will incorporate that into their daily patrol. When you head to the bedroom at night, your cat isn't just following you to bed. They are completing the final rounds of the house with you. They are ensuring that the entire den is accounted for before settling down. If you skip a room or change your routine, you might notice your cat acting confused or meowing at you. They are trying to get you back on track. They take their job as a co-guardian of the home very seriously, and following you is a key part of that responsibility. But what if your cat follows you and then just stares at you once you arrive in the new room? This is a classic example of demand behavior. Your cat has figured out that by being a constant presence, they are more likely to get what they want. It might be a late-night snack, a fresh bowl of water, or just a session with the laser pointer. They have basically trained you to react to their presence. If you look down and see them staring at you and you instinctively reach for a treat or a toy, you have reinforced the behavior. They follow you because, in their experience, following results in a reward. It's a very smart way of managing their human. They are using their cuteness proximity to influence your actions. Let's dive into a more emotional reason: curiosity and FOMO, or the fear of missing out. Cats are highly intelligent and easily bored. Your life is significantly more active than theirs. You open drawers, you move boxes, you talk on the phone, and you prepare food. To a cat, you are the most interesting thing in the house. If they stay in the living room while you go into the laundry room, they might be missing out on a spectacular event. What if you open that magic cupboard that smells like fish? What if you drop a piece of string? What if you find a bug? They follow you because they want to be part of the action. They have a natural drive to investigate anything that changes in their environment. And since you are the primary cause of change in the house, you are the focal point of their curiosity. There is also a scientific concept called secure attachment. Just like human children, cats can form different types of attachments to their caregivers. In a study conducted at Oregon State University, researchers found that about 65% of cats are securely attached to their owners. This means that they see their owner as a source of safety and security in an unfamiliar or stressful environment. For these cats, being near their human actually lowers their stress levels. If your cat follows you from room to room, it might be because your mere presence acts as a biological calm-down switch for them. They feel better when they can see you or touch you. It's not that they are needy in a negative way. It's that you are their emotional anchor. When the world is loud or unpredictable, you are the one thing that makes sense to them. However, we should also acknowledge that for some cats, the following can be a sign of boredom or a lack of mental stimulation. If a cat doesn't have enough toys, scratching posts, or vertical space to explore, they might look to you as their only source of entertainment. In these cases, the following can become a bit obsessive. They are essentially saying, "I have nothing else to do, so I'm going to watch you exist." If you think this might be the case, try introducing more environmental enrichment. Puzzle feeders, cat trees by windows, and even cat TV on a tablet can give them something else to focus on. But even then, many cats will still choose to follow you simply because they prefer your company over a feathered toy. We also have to consider the scent factor. Cats live in a world defined by smell. You carry a very specific, comforting scent that speaks to their deepest instincts. When you move to a new room, you are essentially creating a scent trail. Your cat follows that trail because it leads to safety and familiarity. They might choose to sleep on your discarded sweater or sit on the chair you just vacated because it smells the most like you. By following you, they are staying within your scent bubble. It's a way for them to feel connected to you even if you aren't actively interacting with them. You are their walking, talking comfort blanket. Another interesting phenomenon is contingent interaction. This is a fancy way of saying that your cat follows you to see what the vibe is. Cats are incredibly sensitive to human emotions and body language. If you are rushing around because you're stressed, your cat might follow you with a twitchy tail, reflecting your anxiety. If you are moving slowly and humming, they might follow you with a relaxed, upright tail, looking for a snuggle. They follow you to gauge your mood and to decide how they should react to the day. You are the weather vane for their emotional climate. If you're happy, the house is a happy place. If you're upset, they want to be close to offer support or to make sure they aren't in the splash zone of your frustration. Let's look at the breed factor. Some breeds are notoriously more dog-like than others. Ragdolls, Maine Coons, and Siamese cats are famous for their desire to be in the same room as their humans. For these breeds, social interaction is a high priority. They have been bred over generations to be more companionable and less solitary. If you have one of these cats, the following behavior is practically baked into their DNA. They don't just want to be near you. They feel they need to be near you to be whole. But even the most traditional domestic shorthair can develop these traits depending on how they were raised. If they were handled a lot as kittens and given plenty of positive reinforcement, they are much more likely to be your shadow for life. But what about the cats that follow you and then stay just out of reach? This is the look but don't touch version of the behavior. Your cat wants to be in the same room, but they don't necessarily want to be on your lap. This is often their way of maintaining their independence while still enjoying your company. It's called passive proximity. They are happy to sit on the other side of the room, as long as they can hear your voice and see what you're doing. It's their way of balancing their feline need for space with their social need for connection. They are saying, I'm doing my own thing, but I'm doing it with you. The shadowing behavior can also change as your cat gets older. Some senior cats become more clingy as their sight or hearing begins to fade. They follow you more closely because you are their guide. You represent the constant in their world that helps them navigate a reality that is becoming a bit more confusing. On the other hand, a kitten might follow you because everything is a game, and your moving feet are the best toys in the house. Regardless of their age, the reason is always centered on the bond you share. One of the most heartwarming truths about why your cat follows you is that they are simply mirroring your love. If you spend time talking to your cat, playing with them, and showing them affection, they see that interaction as the highlight of their day. They follow you because they genuinely like you. They aren't trying to be annoying, and they aren't just looking for a handout. They are making a conscious choice to spend their limited time on this planet in your presence. In an apartment or a house, they have many places they could be, but they choose to be exactly where you are. That is the highest compliment a cat can give. Think about the silence of a cat. They move so quietly, sometimes you don't even realize they've followed you until you turn around and trip over them. This stealth following is actually a sign that they feel completely comfortable in your space. They don't feel the need to announce their presence with a loud meow every time they enter a room. They just want to exist in your orbit. They are your silent partners, your quiet witnesses to the mundane tasks of your life. Whether you're folding laundry or brushing your teeth, they find value in just being there. So the next time you feel that little nudge against your calf or you see that familiar face peeking around the corner of the kitchen, try to take it as a badge of honor. You have successfully created a bond with an animal that is notoriously picky about who they spend their time with. You are their person. You are the one who makes the bathroom safe, the kitchen exciting, and the bedroom cozy. Your cat follows you because you are the center of their social world, their surrogate parent, and their best friend all rolled into one. It's also worth noting the greeting aspect of this behavior. Often, a cat will follow you into a room specifically because you've just come home or you've just woken up. This is a reunion behavior. They are making up for lost time. They want to catch up on all the news of the morning or the day. They might follow you around for 10 or 15 minutes until they feel like the connection has been sufficiently re-established, and then they'll go back to their favorite sunny spot for a nap. It's a way of saying, I missed you, and I'm glad you're back where I can see you. Is there such a thing as too much following? While it's mostly a positive and loving behavior, it's always good to watch for signs of genuine distress. If your cat is following you while panting, pacing, or crying incessantly, it might be a sign of a medical issue or extreme anxiety. But for 99% of cats, it's just their way of living life to the fullest. They don't want to live a solitary life in a corner. They want to live a shared life in the middle of everything you do. They are social creatures who have adapted to a human world by focusing all their energy on their favorite human. The relationship between a human and a cat is one of the most unique in the animal kingdom. We aren't their masters in the traditional sense, and they aren't our servants. We are cohabitants. We are partners in a strange cross-species friendship. When your cat follows you, they are bridging the gap between the wild world of their ancestors and the modern world of your living room. They are choosing you. Every time they get up from a comfortable nap, just to walk 10 feet and sit near you in another room, they are making a sacrifice of their own comfort for the sake of your companionship. Think about how much effort that takes. Imagine if every time your friend walked into the other room to get a glass of water, you felt the need to get up and follow them. You'd probably get tired of it pretty quickly. But for your cat, the social reward of being near you far outweighs the effort of getting up. Their affection is active. It's not just a passive thing they feel. It's something they demonstrate through their actions every single hour of the day. We often misinterpret cat behavior because we compare it to dogs. A dog following you is expected. It's part of their pack mentality. But because we perceive cats as solitary hunters, we find their following behavior surprising. However, The domestic cat is much more social than the African wildcat they descended from. Thousands of years of living alongside humans have changed their brain chemistry. They have developed a capacity for social attachment that is much closer to ours than we ever previously thought. They aren't just living with you, they are interacting with you, even when they aren't doing anything at all. This behavior also highlights the importance of consistency in a cat's life. If you are a consistent and reliable source of love and safety, your cat will follow you more. They have learned that you are a safe bet. They know that being near you results in good things, or at the very least, a lack of bad things. Your presence is a green light for them to relax. If you moved to a new house, you would likely find your cat following you even more closely for the first few days. This is because you are the only familiar thing in a strange new world. You are their safe harbor in a sea of unknown smells and sounds. Have you ever had your cat lead you to a room? This is the flip side of following. Sometimes they will get ahead of you, look back, and chirp. They aren't just following you anymore. They are inviting you into their world. Maybe they want to show you that their water bowl is low, or maybe they've found a particularly exciting sunbeam they want to share. This back and forth of following and leading is the hallmark of a healthy, communicative relationship. It shows that there is a two-way street of information and affection. Let's talk about the look back. If you are walking and your cat is following, they will often stop if you stop and look up at you. This is a moment of synchronization. They are checking to see if the plan has changed. Are we still going to the kitchen, or are we stopping here for a scritch? They are so tuned into your movements that they can anticipate your next step. This level of focus is something we rarely give to other people, yet our cats give it to us effortlessly. They are master students of the human. They know your gait, they know the sound of your slippers, and they know the specific way you turn the doorknob. Following you into every room is a multi-layered behavior. It's an expression of their predatory instincts, their social needs, their emotional attachment, and their simple curiosity. It's a way for them to say, "I love you," without making a sound. It's a way for them to ensure their world remains stable and secure. And most importantly, it's a way for them to remind you that you are never truly alone. Even on your quietest days, you have a small, furry companion who thinks that whatever you are doing is the most important thing in the world. So the next time you find yourself apologizing to your cat for almost stepping on them in the hallway, or when you see those big eyes watching you as you fold your socks, take a deep breath and smile. You aren't being stalked. You are being loved. You are being watched over by a creature that has decided you are worth the effort of getting up from a perfectly good nap. Your cat follows you because you are their everything. You are their sun, their moon, and their favorite mystery to solve. The truth behind the following behavior isn't just one thing. It's a beautiful tapestry of feline psychology. It's the result of millions of years of evolution meeting a modern indoor life. It's a testament to the power of the human-animal bond. When a cat follows you, they are rewriting the rules of what it means to be a solitary animal. They are showing us that they have a capacity for loyalty and companionship that is just as strong as any other animal on Earth. They just have a very specific, feline way of showing it. So embrace your little shadow. Talk to them as you move from room to room. Explain what you're doing, even if they don't understand the words. They certainly understand the tone. They understand that you are acknowledging their presence. And in the end, that's all they really want. They want to know that in this big, vast world, they have a place by your side. They want to know that wherever you go, they are welcome to follow. And as long as they are following you, you can be sure that you are doing something right as a cat owner. You have built a bridge of trust that spans across species. You have a friend for life, one step at a time, one room at a time. As we wrap up this look into your cat's secret motivations, take a moment to look around. Is your cat nearby right now? Are they watching you from the doorway or curled up at your feet? They might have followed you into this very moment, just like they follow you into the kitchen. It's their way of staying connected to the person who means the most to them. And in a world that can often feel disconnected, having a small, loyal shadow is one of the greatest gifts we can receive. Your cat isn't just a pet. They are a partner in the journey of your daily life. They are there for the big stuff and the small stuff, and they wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Thanks for hanging out with us today to learn a little bit more about the mysterious and wonderful ways of our feline friends. Your cat is probably waiting for you to move to the next room right now. So why don't you go ahead and give them a reason to follow you? Maybe head toward the treats, or the toy box, or just the comfortable chair where you can sit together. After all, The best part of being followed is knowing that someone always has your back. We'll see you next time for more insights into the incredible world of cats. Keep watching, keep learning, and most importantly, keep loving those little shadows that make our houses feel like homes.